Hey ladies, I'm pretty excited tonight to show you a little Santa hat. I did this at my workshop last weekend and the ladies really enjoyed it, and I told them I would make a video so they would have all the instructions. And I saw this while I was at Founders Circle, and the original one that I had seen was done just a little bit shorter, so I changed it up just a little bit and I wanted more of a vintage Santa. So I'm going to show you the basic design, which is this one here. And then I did one a little bit different and gave it a little bling bling and some more bling bling here. So let me show you how to get the little Santa hat. You're first going to take a piece of, this is cherry cobbler, and this is 4 inches by 11 inches. So you're going to get 2 of these out of 1 sheet of cardstock. Then you're going to take that 4 by 11 piece of cardstock and fold it in half. And go ahead and give it a good crease. Now you're going to need your Fiskars trimmer. I'm going to bring mine in. It's kind of hard to see. Let's see if I can bring this up just a little bit more so you can see a little bit better. There we go. All right. Now, what I did was, since this is 4 inches, in order to make these triangle scores right here on each side, I put a little tick mark right here at 2 inches. So I just literally put it on my Fiskars trimmer right at 2 inches, and you see the 2-inch mark right there. And then I just made a little tick mark to remind me. And then I made a little tick mark down here. Now what you're going to do is, on the line right here, is put your tick mark right there and line up this corner right on that groove. Line the 2 up and then take your bone folder and score. Do the same thing this way. Line it up on the tick mark and line it up right there, and then make your score. Now once you have all those done on both sides, that gives you the basic triangle box design. Now you're going to take and use your bone folder and score all sides. You want them to be nice and crisp. And there you go. There's your triangle box. Okay. Now, one of the things I did was I used the Petals of Plenty embossing folder, and that's how I got the nice texture design on the Santa's hat. Okay. Now, just an FYI, what I did was I went ahead and made my scores first. Then I ran it. I just put this in my embossing folder just like this, folded it up, and put it through my Big Shot. Now when you do that, this gives a nice texture to your cardstock, so much so that you almost can't see your score lines, but don't worry, they're still there. So just give it a fold and a nice crisp edge again. Now in order to keep this shut, I went ahead and used my Crop-A-Dile. I'm going to use the large hole on my Crop-A-Dile, and I'm going to come right up in just like that. You really kind of have to shove it in there and make your hole. Now I took some of the cherry cobbler seam binding. The seam binding is really great ribbon, or seam binding, whichever you call it. I really like it because it's so flexible. And then I tied my ribbon right there. Now let me show you the bottom piece. Again, here's the bottom of the hat. Where that came from was the Trimtastic, what's it called? No, I'm sorry, Tasteful Trim die cut, and it's one of our die cuts that's in the mini catalog. And how I did that was I took a 2.5-inch piece of cardstock of Whisper White, and I folded it in half like this. So it was 2.5 wide by about 11 inches. Okay, and I folded it in half. Now in order to get that, I put my folded piece of cardstock just above the cut line. I'm going to bring this up so you can see it a little bit better. You're going to bring it up just above that cut line right there. And that way it'll give you the fold. Okay? You just run it through your Big Shop. Now, you'll notice we only need 5 lumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you'll take your scissors and I'm going to cut off 5 lumps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lumps it is. And so I still have another piece to use later. Now what I did to keep this on, I first put my glitter on with a 2-way glue pen and just dusted a little bit of the some of the fine Cosmo glitter on it, right on the edges, just to give this pretty gold shimmer right there. Oh, it's so pretty. But I put a piece of sticky strip right down the center and then brought this right on into the center of my Santa hat and gave it a nice crease. And voila, your little hat is there. Now there's lots you could do here. You could do a pom-pom, or you could really fancy these guys up. For the other piece here, I used the stamp set called Tags Till Christmas, and I stamped it in cherry cobbler. And I actually used cherry cobbler for the main, and then I used old olive for the center, and I used just a marker, and I actually punched this out with a small oval punch, and then I put it on there with some dimensionals. So pretty simple, this whole thing, and I just attached it with some linen thread. Pretty simple, super cute, fast and easy. So I hope you hope you have a great night, and we'll meet again.